go to get the handle, but slowly, slowly. Like, this is the first wrong thing. If you try to get the parachute like this with the hand, and you are wearing big gloves, which is not very common in Australia, but could be, you can get it or you can miss it. You are sure to get it if you get it with the thumb, and possibly from below. Try. See, if you go with the thumb, one direction or the other, it's easier to get it. And once you got with the thumb, you just close your hand and you have the parachute. So the thumb is smaller, so it gets easier into a handle. Take the handle, so the handle in this case is in a good position. And pull it slowly, so we see if there is... Okay, it was not hard. Pull it out the parachute. The parachute comes out good, and is there. This one is more or less correct. You must have enough bridle so you can hold the parachute before it opens. You don't want the parachute opening immediately close to you. You want that the parachute opens where it's far from you. To check if a parachute opens, that is enough to put it on the ground and to pull slightly the lines, and the parachute should come out from the deployment bag without lifting the bag. That means with the minimum effort. If it lifts the bag, that is bad. Doesn't mean that it will not open for sure, but it will take much more time and fall in distance. This one is perfectly lifted. That means it is not so good. The reason is, look, you can come to have a look why it doesn't open. So it is the label and everything else that holds it. With the packet here, it will open. The first problem we had with this parachute was that it will not open because of an error in the packing. The second is that the deployment sequence is not perfectly staged, but that doesn't mean that it will not open. Any round parachute, once it's stretched and is above the pilot, will open. Then it could be too small, could be too big, could be unstable, could be everything, but will open. This handle has the male Velcro on it. Even if it was packed well and it was closed like this, okay, if this handle goes by accident, it can stack to the lines before the bag opens. And that means that the parachute will not open. And the German pilot died in Castelluccio, in the center of Italy, because of this. They found his parachute beside him, perfectly closed, with the handle attached to the parachute. In my opinion, the Velcro should be completely avoided on parachute containers and on parachute design. First, can damage everything. Second, the Velcro is inconsistent. Once doesn't hold enough and once holds too much. Third, if it goes in a hurry and goes like this, you miss it. You have the handle that flies away and you don't know where is it. So you cannot miss it once with an handle. And if it was a parachute with the handle here behind, you end up with the handle flying very far, no way to get it. But it's possible to design a parachute without Velcro, parachute container without Velcro, so why to use the Velcro? This one is a bad solution too. With this kind of knot, when you have a hard opening shock, the bridle tends to melt and it breaks very, very easily. It should be absolutely avoided, this system. Instead of doing something like that, put a shackle, something like this, of the proper size, which is a good solution. Never use this system. As a minimum, put some cotton in between the two. Does not resolve the problem, but reduce the heating. If you put a shackle, you also have to tape it so the shackle will not move.